three corners here. I want to show you my AFK melee training spot. At this spot, you'll train melee stats with a 5% strength prayer. You'll also gain a small amount of prayer experience along the way. Now, there are three main ways to train melee, which are Slayer, NMZ, and Krebs. Now, Slayer is probably the best overall. You'll also make some GP, of course. But for someone like myself, who trains Slayer through magic, bursting in the wilderness, there isn't a good opportunity to actually train melee up that way. NMZ obviously is perhaps the best in terms of XP per hour, but it isn't AFK if you want the best rates and you'll be spinning rapid heal or eating a raw cake. And lastly, of course, Crabs. Getting crashed, looking for open worlds, missing out on some of the sphere XP from this method, missing on burst of strength from this method as well. It, it is AFK, but it really is not better than this. For my method, what you require is a Bone Crusher, a Light Source. Don't need a Holy Wrench, but why not, I guess. Dragon Bone Necklace to turn these buried bones into prayer points. And you'll be getting about, with my stats, about 80k, maybe a little bit more if you use strength pots, probably closer to 100 or 95 or so strength XP per hour, attack XP per hour, defense XP per hour. And the one last advantage about this method is I've never seen a single person here killing any of these things. So if you AFK long enough, you get logged out, you log back in, you'll be at 0 prayer points because obviously you've left them on while not killing anything. You just sip a dose and you just move to the next tile like this. Aggression will reset and you're good to go. And just continue on. This should be about 4 clicks an hour. If you assume that you get 10 minutes of aggression time, plus 5 minutes of all of these guys who've been stacked up coming at you for the next 5 minutes, theoretically it is 4 clicks an hour. And that is pretty amazing considering it is such a strong training method with no competition with some bonus prayer experience. Grab your prayer gear. Bone Crusher. Holy Wrench optional, not necessary. A lantern or some kind of unextinguishable light source. 1 prayer potion just to be safe, and if you want, you could bring some strength potions too. We're going to be going to Dueling Arena. And taking the glider down. To Ook Ook. Investigate the jungle grass. Make sure you have charges in your Bone Crusher. There's no one ever here, but you could just look in the hole just in case. Put your melee prayer on, and the advantage, of course, is the burst of strength. And you got 10 minutes here, and you will definitely sustain. Even with when I had base 70s and a whip, I was sustaining for about at least 30 minutes at a time without having to use a prayer dose. And of course, they drop prayer pots at like 1 in 10, which means that you don't have to bring any prayer pots if you want. You can sustain here pretty much forever. And the advantage here is I mark some tiles going in a circle here. So if you like, instead of clicking off and clicking back, kind of like how you do with Ammonite Crabs, you could just pick the next spot. As you can see, the lines shifted. 10 minutes more. Go to the next one, just outside here, but this is a good spot. next spot and so on. You get the idea. You don't have to click off and click back to your old spot. You could just one click to the next one and it'll reset the timer. And also you'd be in a pretty good spot to aggro some more of these maniacal monkeys. So, click, 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 simple. Strength pot if you want. Also, another advantage is that the strength pot will pretty much fall off after about 15 minutes or so. Whenever you want to move to the next one, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15, because these guys are going to be lined up pretty well. Even as this hits 0, you're going to have another 5 minutes of AFK time. That's all I have right now on this idea. I've already killed a bunch of these bad boys, as you could see, and I don't see a reason to go anywhere else. This is a low effort method for a high return. Let me know if you try the spot or have any ideas to expand the strategy, and thanks for watching.